Good morning or afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. I hope you're doing well. And yes, I have not uploaded in a couple of weeks, a few weeks by now, for technical reasons beyond my understanding and control. So hopefully this can go up, but I'm going to keep on videoing myself and give you guys some practices. Hope you're having a great new year so far and putting lots of intention into the air, lots of good thoughts and energy. So let's get onto the mat, get into the body and move because it's chilly over here. Let's keeping the socks on still because it's cold. Now you're going to come to the belly. Let your forehead rest. And let go of all the breath. And just lift that head gently. Pull the elbows back. Come up and back. Walk your elbows back. And then take your knees out to the side. So the knees are as wide as the mat. Then you'll slide those knees out even further, letting them go as far as they can go. And then as you're doing this, let your chest move forward, your hips move back, and your belly move in. It doesn't really matter if you hover, and this is one of those poses, or this is one of those shapes in the body. It doesn't matter whether you're warm or cold. This is challenging for some people. Now you can walk yourself forward and it'll hit a different part of your hip flexor area. And just take it, not all the way, you want to have an angle. So your hips are just ahead of your knees, towards the front of the mat. The knees are going out to the side. Really anchor into those hands, into those forearms. Lift up, but relax your shoulders. And again, pull your belly in. And with all that, move with the breath. Now you're going to pull those knees in from the core and come into a cat tilt. So exhale deeply. And then inhale fully. This movement we do a lot in the beginning. You're going to exhale as you round. Inhale as you move the heart forward. Exhale as you round. Move the heart forward. Exhale, round. Move the heart forward. One more time, exhaling. And inhale. Pause here. Curl those toes. Pull those hips up and back. And if you have a hard time in downward facing dog or in forearm dog, it's probably because you have tightness in your chest and your shoulders, in your armpit area. So just drop back to your knees, go into a full cat, and just play with movement, and that'll help to open you up. So come up halfway, come up all the way, be where you are, just give yourself a little movement. And just hold it up if you can, and then take your right leg up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Hold it up next time. And then drop. Rest if you need to. And then take that left leg up and lower. Lift and lower. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Lift. Next time, you're going to hold that full extension and then drop that leg and find down dog. So either drop to your knees, lift up, pull back, or you can be in the forearm dog, push down and forward so the elbows lift up. Lift the heels and lower. Lift the heels and lower. Lift, lower, lift, bend the knees, and walk or jump between your hands. So you're going to lift the heart, exhale, fold, then rise all the way up. My shirt's all crumpled. Lift the heart and fold all the way over. So exhale, take a deep breath here, and just walk back into plank. Go to chaturanga, or not. Up dog, down dog. Stay with the breath. Lift off of those heels, bend the knees, and walk or jump between your hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. You're going to rise on the inhale. You'll turn to the right. And you're going to rise on the inhale, turn to the left. Rise on the inhale, exhale all the way over. You can walk back or jump back. Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. Stay with your breathing. Lift off of those heels, bend the knees, and walk or jump between your hands. Take a deep inhale here. This time you're going to sink into Utkatasana, chair pose. So really extend. Make a right turn. You'll take your left leg back. Rise on your inhale. And then exhale, turn right. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, turn right. And lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale your hands down. And lift. So you're double lunging. Down and lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. One more time, down. Lift. And then you're going to take the hands down. Reverse lunge. So you'll pull back, rock forward and back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time, reverse the lunge. When you come forward, power through that back leg, rise all the way up, then double lunge to the ground. You'll take the top of that back foot into the floor. As you reach forward, pull that knee away from the floor. Propel your body forward. You'll rise and sink. Exhale and inhale. Take that right leg back to meet the left leg. So pull that foot back, dive it forward, down dog. Lift off of those heels, bend your knees, and walk or jump between your hands. Deep inhale here. Fold over as you exhale. Sink for Utkatasana. Make a left turn as you exhale. Take your right leg back. Rise on your inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale as you lift. Exhale. One more time, turning left. Now rise on the inhale, double. So you're going to take that back knee down, lift up. Take your arms back and reach up. Back and up, back. One more time, down and up. Now release your hands to the floor. Reverse that lunge, so you bend the back knee as you straighten the front leg, and then come forward and pull back. Exhale, forward and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. One more time, forward and back. Now come all the way up as you inhale. Double down as you exhale. The top of that back foot goes into the floor. You're going to lift, so you'll rise up, sink down, exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower, exhale, keep it lifted, keep the belly in, hold it up one more time, and then you'll pull that left leg back. Dive through those arms. Down dog. Keep breathing consciously and fully. Now you'll take that right foot forward between your hands. Anchor that left foot into the ground and come up to Virabhadrasana 1. So this back leg is super powered, so strong. Try not to bend it. You want your hips, your pelvis to face the front of the mat. You want to try to relax in the ankles and feel the power in your legs, starting from your calves all the way up your thighs. Now you're going to exhale to the right. Look down, hop your left foot to meet your right foot. Now pull into a balance. So you're going to take that knee up, that right knee up, take the foot, take the knee in your hands, lift the chest, and if you can, take that heel into the groin, into your hip crease, and that right knee drops down towards the floor. Take your right arm out to the side, and then reach. You can either have your hand on the middle of your back, your lower back, or you can grab that elbow. So you're going to lift the heart and just focus on pulling your belly in, feeling your breath, and feeling that ground. Now, pull that knee up, drop that right foot to the floor. You're crossing the feet, crossing that right leg over the left, and then exhale over those legs. Lift the chest up, so you're lengthening through the spine, and then exhale, fold. And then take that left leg all the way up as far as you can. You want to have internal rotation. So that means the thigh is spinning in towards the midline. Now drop that left foot behind you. Reposition that right foot so you can come back into a lunge. So rise all the way up, come into a double lunge, all the way to the ground. And then half splits. So you're going to take the top of that back foot into the floor and just hold it here, focusing on making this back leg super powered. Imagine somebody standing on your calf, so if that were the case, you'd really have to have power in that back leg. Now you're going to anchor in this front leg again, because we're going to do the same cycle, same side. Going a little deeper. Rise on your inhale. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Keep breathing. Now make an exhale to the right. Look down. and hop that left foot to meet the right foot. And pull that right knee up into balance. You will take hold of the foot, hold of the knee, and this might be where you stay, but if you can take that heel into the hip crease, let that right knee drop towards the floor, reach and grab for the hip, either the elbow crease, or you can kind of reach for the foot. Sometimes it's nice to hold the foot while you're reaching, and so you can really work on lifting the chest, pulling the belly in. You'll release, take that foot back to the ground, reach the arms out and up, and then exhale over those legs. And you'll take that right leg and that left leg away from each other, or that left leg and the right leg away from each other. And then take your left leg back to the ground. Take your right foot back to center. Come all the way back up. And double down. And release. So take the top of the foot into the floor again. Find the power of that back leg. It's like you're propelling yourself forward. And then you'll take your left foot back. We're going to do one more time each side. So we're going to do it 3 times, same cycle, each side. Turn to the right. Hop your left foot to meet your right foot. Pull that right knee into balance. And keep your heart open. Keep your breath fluid. You can hold the foot with your left hand. Reach for the elbow crease or reach for the foot. If you're reaching for the foot, you want to make sure that you stay engaged in your core. You're holding the foot. You can release and just give yourself a pat on the back. And then release, drop, exhale. Take a deep breath in. Take your left leg, extend it as you fall forward. And then drop that left foot. Walk your right foot back to center. Rise on the inhale. All the way down. Hands to the ground. Extend, so you got the top of that back foot into the floor. And from this, you're going to take your right leg to meet your left leg and open that heart. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Now take your left foot between your hands. Plant your back heel into the ground. Virabhadrasana 1. So remember, your hips are facing forward. This back leg stays super powered, straight and strong. Belly in and up. Most important thing is the breath. Now exhale towards your left. And then hop your back foot to meet your front foot. You'll come up on the inhale. Pull that left knee up. Take the knee, take your foot, and you can just hold this. Or you can put the heel into the hip crease and start to drop that knee towards the floor. You're holding the foot with your right hand, and then you can take your left arm out, reach for the elbow crease, or you could just take your hand on the sacrum. Holding the elbow crease, you're lifting that chest up. Then you'll release. letting the knee come out, dropping that foot, and bow down as you exhale. Take your right leg and extend it up, standing split. Drop your right foot. I need to reposition that left foot. Come into the lunge. Double down. Take your hands to the floor. This is Ardha Han 2 or half split. That back thigh is so strong. You're holding the imaginary person. Anchor in this front heel. Dig it down. And then set up for Virabhadrasana 1 again. Warrior 1. Rise on your inhale. Exhale to your left. Hop your back foot to meet your front foot. And then balance. Left knee up. Grab hold. Give yourself support. And then if you can, put the heel into the hip crease and let that knee start to fall. Open the heart. Extend and relax what you don't need. You're going to reach behind you, grab for the hip crease, or the elbow crease. You can grab for the hip crease too, it's in the same vicinity. Because if you do, then you're closer to those toes. You'll grab for the toes, try to reposition so that your heart's moving forward. And then release. Letting the knee come out, dropping the foot to the floor, arms out and up. Then exhale as you fold. Inhale and then take your right leg away from your left leg. Drop that right foot. Come all the way up. Double down, exhale. Top of that back foot into the floor and propel forward. Really emphasize this back leg. And then plant that heel. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale to the left. Hop the back foot to meet the front foot and come up into the balance again. So grabbing the knee, holding here, or coming into half lotus, half padmasana. Reach out, grab for the hip crease or the foot, or just hold the elbow. And then take your arm up, or be where you are. Release out. Exhale over. Inhale the heart. Release that right leg up as you bow. And then drop it. Reposition. Rise up. Double down. And Ardha Han 2. You're going to exhale. You'll pull that left leg back to meet the right leg. Dive that heart forward. And down doggy. So you'll take the right knee to the wrist, lower down, First, come to your forearms and anchor. Walk your hands back and emphasize this back leg. You're going to lengthen and lift up. And then exhale back down. Hands shoulder distance apart. You'll pull back and switch. First, come down. Bring your hands back. Lengthen up. What is your intention? What are your intentions for this year? I don't do New Year's resolutions at all, but I do set intentions. And they usually grow and expand, but a lot of times my intentions kind of continue year to year, or at least continue to deepen. So exhale, and then you'll come into a plank. Curl those toes up, lift, and pull that left leg back. Pull the right knee in, and then the left knee. Have a seat. So with the heart open here, take that foot and swivel in the hips. You're pretty open in the hips right now. And then pull the heel into the hip crease. So remember what I've talked about in other videos about sickling the foot. So if you haven't, sickling the foot means letting the outer part of your foot overextend. So you want to really step strongly in the inner heel and the first metatarsal so that you have space in your ankle. And you want to try to keep, it's like you're standing. So if you were standing, you wouldn't be rolling on the outer edge of your foot. You would be on the whole foot. So it's like you're standing here. And you're going to take that heel into the hip crease, lift the chest up, and then from here, first twist to the right. Relax your shoulders. Keep finding space in your spine. There's never too much space if it's balanced. And then turn to the left. Lift the chest up. Now release, and you're going to go to the right. Keep your sit bones on the floor and the knees lift. Now your right foot might come off. If it does, that's okay. Let it go to the floor and you'll just continue the motion. So you'll wrap that arm around that shin and fall forward. So your foot could be on the ground or in the hip crease. So if it's in the hip crease, it's in half lotus, and you'll do this wrap. Release. You're going to unwind and take half lotus towards, it's kind of angling towards the right. And you'll come onto your knees. I'm in close quarters here. So if this feels enough, be here. Otherwise, you can fall forward. It's a really good hip flexor opener. And then you'll pull back from your core. So you're going to lift those hips up and back. Have a seat again. Then take your right knee back over your left knee. Lift that chest up. Point those toes. You'll come forward. So one hand is on your left, one hand is on your right, and you're going to straighten, and you're coming to at an angle. So you'll shoot this right foot forward, lift that back knee up, and sink into the splits. I like to emphasize the back leg more than the left leg because a lot of people focus on the hamstrings for the splits, but really if there's a lot of tightness in your hip crease, it has a tendency to hold you back. So find that back leg, open the heart, And then pull that from the core. Hands on the ground. Lift yourself up. Come back into Gomukhasana. And then we're going to go back into the bent elbow plank. You'll walk it forward. Shoot the left leg back, the right leg back. The left knee comes in, and the right knee comes in. Have a seat. You'll pull that foot up. Remember, you're extending through the big toe and the inner heel. And you'll pull that heel into the hip crease. First turn to the left. Keep your spine long. And then turn to the right as you exhale. Now, turning to the left again. Keep your sit bones on the floor. Knees up. And you're going to drop that left knee towards the floor. The right arm reaches up and wraps around that shin and bow down as you exhale. Remember what I said though, if that foot wants to go to the ground and your knees don't like this, let the foot go to the ground. Alright, so come all the way up and out. Half lotus. You're going to come forward onto your knees. And then you can dive forward. And that foot comes up in the back. Belly in. Remember, you can just be on the knees. There's always somewhere to stop if you need to. I'll pull back as you exhale. Come on back. We're going back into Gomukhasana, so the right knee and the left knee are stacked with the left knee and the right knee. You're going to point those toes, swivel slightly. The left leg straightens, the right leg straightens, and you emphasize the back leg. Then sink down. The name of this pose is Hanuman. And then come back out. So lift up. Stack those knees. Take a deep breath here. Come back into bent elbow plank. So you'll come forward. Drop your knees. Come into child's pose. And then round over. Have a seat. Bring your hands forward. Cross those legs. And extend through the legs. Deep inhale here. Exhale forward. Just bow. And then lift up. Move your hips to your heels and come into Shavasana. So let yourself completely relax. Letting go of all energy. of course, stay here as long as you like. But when you're ready, take a deep breath. Then roll to your right and come into a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart and give thanks to your body for all it does every single day. And give thanks for having a body to express who you are. And then ask yourself, who am I? Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and let's do yoga. Please comment and tell me what your intentions are for this new year. Tell me what you want to practice yoga-wise. Be specific. Really get in there and tell me what's going on. I want to get to know you, and if I know you already, hello. And yeah, take a second to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload. And like I said, I apologize for my inability to upload the last few weeks. Okay, namaste and lots of love. Mwah.